Thank you very much for attending CFSO's press conference. 各位传媒朋友，各位来宾，你们好，欢迎你们参加今天的新闻发布会。因为有位来宾不说普通话，所以我今天是用英文，希望你们不要介意。Now I would like to welcome those guests in our audience, the Venerable Liu Mu from Fogongshan Temple, Ms. Laiwa Eng and Ms. Carmen from Buddhist Light International Association. And our judges, Ms. Ivy Leung, Mr. Yi Lok Ito, and Mr. and Mrs. Lai. Michael. And Mr. Thank you. Thank you. And then we have Mr. John Mann, our honorary advisor for CFSO, and our board of directors, Celestine Liu, and our public relations co-chairs, Kitty Young and Betty Young. Thank you very much for your support. This year is our 25th anniversary. We started as a pilot project with one part-time employee in a very small office of no more than 100 square foot in Chinatown. Today, we have over 20 employees. And I would like to ask our executive director, Patrick Almuchi, who has been with CFSO from the beginning, to give his perspective on the changes, the trends that he has witnessed in our community over the last 25 years. Patrick.
Established since 1975. Yeah, it's more than how many years now? 28 years now. 38 years now. So they've been done a lot.
Yes, and the sponsor and the guests. I just want to share some of my experience working with the Chinese Family Services of Ontario. I still remember when I first joined the Chinese Family Services, after a few months the board told me they don't have money to pay the salary. and so the volunteer, they have to donate the money to pay the salary. And so this is, I just want to show how the board tried to establish a family service agency. By that time, there's no agency to serve the Chinese community on counseling. And in fact, there's quite a lot of people they need counseling, especially people is the Chinese people. And some of them speak very good English, but they said that when they are in stressful situation, they have to, they speak their native language. So that's why when they start to get a pilot project, and then by the time we only have a half-time, full-time employee, and now we have 25, and including PhD clinical psychologists, and also most of our social workers, they are master. They got a master in social work and bachelor, and also they are registered social workers. So now we are accredited family service agency, which is we are the only one accredited family service agency in Ontario. And if you talk about the family service agency accredited, I think in Canada we are the only one. Yeah. So and then we got quite a lot of recognition from the funders and community and the university academic, because they also send the students, the MSW students for practicum here in our agency, and also they send the practicum student from Hong Kong as well. So from Hong Kong University, Chinese University, and some other university also show the interest to send the students to practicum. So this is all the development of the agency, I mean, from the general perspective. And this is, all this thing is set up by the board, the policy, and then we have to follow the policy, and then as an operation, we do our operation work. So this is the work as a teamwork. Yeah. As regarding the services, we have some statistics. Since we operate in 1988, we have served 96,681 Chinese in the Chinese community. We have all these figures because we have a very comprehensive database, and then we have the IT person to get all the comprehensive database. So this is the figures that we generate from what we have served. And And from the very beginning, we only have counseling only for individual, marital, emotional, when we first back to 20 years ago. And we focus on the individual counseling because we only have a half-time, full-time employee. Don't expect too much from a half-time employee. And then we start to get the funding from the other way, Toronto. And then we have find that we have more cases to come out, especially when the people, they commit crime, and then the correctional services, they fund us to provide services to the offenders and probationers. So, and then we find that there are quite a lot of wife assault cases in the Chinese community, and the women are being assaulted, and then they have nowhere to go, and so we start a program working with the domestic violence program, working with the women and children as well. And afterwards we have and there's more cases coming out, and then we have the problem gambling cases. Like by that time we have 90% of the client they come to talk about the gambling thing is the family members who come to see help. So 90% are family members, 10% are problem gamblers. But now today we have 82% they are problem gamblers who come to seek help. 18% are family members. So you can see the changes, and there are quite a lot of people, they gamble, they lost quite a lot of money. So and so that's why we start our gambling program in 1994, and then we have more people to come, and we serve them and help them, working together with the other agency and to help them. Yeah. Also with OLG, they have sent the staff to do the off-site self-exclusion to help them to stop gambling. Yeah. And then we start our lesbian, and gay and bisexual community to help them to feel more comfortable, to help them how to adjust to being discriminated, and then we have our youth program, which is to help the youth, just to make together, and then they work as a big brother and big sister. So now you can see that the trend is, from the very beginning, we only work with the individual for emotional and family issue. And now we have the settlement program. We serve quite a lot of newcomers, and they come here and they don't know how to do it, so the settlement program workers help them to deal with all these settlement things. Now you see, I'm just talking about the 96,000, and actually the 53,000 people, they need individual, marital and family problem counseling, especially when they are in crisis. They have committed suicide, and usually the police will refer them to us. And also when they have family tragedies, and then the media, when some of the media long cases, then afterwards the police will usually refer the family tragedy cases to us to follow up. So this is all the work you can see. The people are more complicated, the family are more complicated, and the individual issues are more complicated than before. So the board and myself and the staff, we have to set up all the crisis interventions. We have to do home visit and all the other things, just try to serve the community. So I think this is all I want to share with you, and if any question, we can talk about it afterwards. Yeah, thank you.
Wherever there is gambling, there's going to be problem gambling. And this is a reality that isn't good for the community, and believe it or not, it's not good for our business. We've been in Ontario long enough that we've learned many things over the last 20 years, and that problem gambling isn't good for our business, because people who get into trouble financially or get into trouble with their relationships and their mental health are not good long-term customers. And so we need to do everything we can as the operator of gambling in Ontario to address this. We've been very fortunate to have a partnership with Chinese Family Services over the last number of years, because if we're going to reach out to help people, to help prevent problem gambling from happening, and to help mitigate its effects when it does happen, we need the leaders in the community. And Chinese Family Services have offered that kind of leadership in the Toronto area. So for example, some of the things that we've done with Chinese Family Services, Patrick and his team, and the great leadership that they offer, when we decided we wanted to have an opportunity for people to self-exclude, that is, ban themselves from the casino, we wanted to have a place that was safe and secure that was outside of the casino. And so we built relationships with treatment providers such as Chinese Family Services. They helped us figure out how to do this program. So today, people who want to self-exclude can come to this office, see where the counseling services are, and self-exclude themselves. When we need help understanding how to translate our messages around playing safe and how to get help into other languages and to express them in ways that are meaningful for the community, Chinese Family Services has helped us with that. We are also, in a few weeks, going to be working with Chinese Family Services to have our CEO come and attend a session with problem gamblers who get counseling here. And this is something we've done with some other agencies, but it's critical, given the population in the Toronto area, for us to understand the different communities. So our CEO will come. There will be a facilitated session, and we'll understand issues that are specific to this community. And in the future, we want to improve our outreach to different ethnocultural groups, and we hope to engage Chinese Family Services in those efforts as well. So these are just some examples of what we do, but this is an incredibly important organization, and anyone who knows the social services space, if you've been around for 25 years, you've done some great work and you've earned your place in the community. So we're very, very happy to be part of this. Thank you.
This year, event has special significance as we are promote harmony in the family, in the community, hopefully around the world, and we don't have fight with each other anymore. If there were more harmony within our family, then the workload of the CFSO will be much easier, right? And our event will feature a healthy and delicious dinner with special Chinese herb. We will have live entertainment performed by Lucerne Band throughout all the evening. And William Dance Group is our featured performer. For fundraising, we will have a lot of silent auction items, lots of cash and carry items donated from our sponsor, friends, and the public. And we can open our wallet and start Christmas shopping at that event.